and we're gonna lead into the takeaway. The takeaway is about Matt Riddle and his divorce and all the aftermath that's happened. So we're gonna take this segment into real life here and real life experience. And and again, you could agree to disagree and everything else, but it this situation has to be pointed out. All right, this week, Matt Riddle was tweeting out about his enjoyment with Randy Orton. And the message he said was, I love my life so much, bro. I'm in California tagging with my best friend. I'm sorry, my best bro, Randy. And trust me, it doesn't get any better than this dude. Now, he's hashtagging RK Bro, hashtag Stallion Bro, WWE Raw, the USA Network Tag Team Champions. And they are the current Raw Tag Team Champions. Now, if you look at the picture, you see him. He's fired up. You see the background of Randy Orton firing up the crowd. They're in the ring. They're working. He's working. But then we're finding out that his wife is now the ex-wife. And we're finding out they've been divorced for a little over a month now. So Riddle's wife, or should I say ex-wife named Lisa, commented saying you would say that now that you packed up and moved to Orlando away from your children. Now, is these comments necessary? I mean, she later deleted it, but why would you say it anyway? Especially in someone's workplace where you're making that bread. And I'm saying that because in today, I mean, how many relationships out there could relate to situations like this? And it doesn't matter what gender you're in, okay? But how many do you see? I mean, we see it all the time on social media, people airing their laundry out. And this is why I have Anna, who is the host of her podcast called In Between the Gray, okay? And this is the reason why she is with us today or tonight to discuss this. And we want to know about the woman's point of view on this. And I wanted to start with you, Anna. This situation here, why do you think that his ex-wife made those comments?
Because she's bitter, because she's left with the kids and he's out living his life, because there's some women that can't see that he is working and think, oh, he's having fun. And here I am at the house, stuck with the kids while he's living his best life. And I can't go on and do mine.
Damn. All right. That's a wrap, guys. Show's over.
No, but here's the thing, though, about that. She knew what she was getting herself into when she married him, being a superstar, a wrestler, being on the road all the time. She knew what she was getting herself into. You see? And so, I mean, I agree with that as far as being bitterness, anger. But to me, it had nothing to do with what he was trying to say there. Okay? I mean, there's a lot of superstars that are married to men or male or female who are not superstars, who have to live that life of them always being on the road, always being at home with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So,
but how can you hurt the other person the most? You talk about their mom, you talk about their dad, or you talk about their children. If he looks like he's a deadbeat dad to the world, who's going to look like the victim?
Well, essentially what she's doing here is she's just talking smack in the sense of trying to make him look like a deadbeat.
And that's what's wrong. And it's wrong for business because, listen, kids are going to know. Nowadays, kids are going to know. Okay? And I think we can all relate to all four of us. We're all divorced here, right? Yeah. And, we have our feelings and everything else. And back then, there wasn't that social media. I mean, maybe Thank MySpace God. Was around. I don't know. It's been so long ago. But listen, like anything that happens in the household, you want to just put it on the air. Why? Why does everybody has to know your business? Why? There's just no reason. So it didn't work out. Now, I know the background to this is Riddle did cheat on his wife, and this Me Too movie happened, and then he was being blamed for rape allegations or sexual assault allegations, which turned out to be false. Okay. And of course, he admitted there was consensual sex and everything else. Maybe there is a trust issue. Okay. And that's all right. They made a decision. But the thing is that nothing was made in public that they were getting a divorce. It was just boom. It just happened. Now all of a sudden it's, oh my God, Riddle was divorced and everything else. Okay. So
So
what?
I have a question. So how long ago was the rape or
Last
the
year,
accused? Last year? So
more or
she
less.
made the decision to forgive him and stay with him.
That could be. We
That we
don't
don't know.
know. We don't know what's
Well,
going on in the household, but one could assume that that happened. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that she actually defended him, um, because she did make some comments and stuff like that. But again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But to make those comments to a place where one, you're in WWE, two, your workplace is not just in the ring, your workplace is also on social media to get more viewers, to get more attraction.
right.
And then you're gonna make some comments like that and then later delete it. And who knows if she deleted it or not, because you make that post, you have control of deleting the tweets. You see what I'm saying? You could
Mhm.
delete that. All right, because you are the author. So that's kind of messed up. Now I want to also show you the next one, and here's a picture of her saying it's been exactly 1 month since the judge signed the paperwork and our divorce was finalized. The kids and I are enjoying our new adventure and are grateful for everyone that's been by our side through all of this. Okay. I could
Why?
That
understand one point there.
Why? Why does she have to go on there and let the world know that the divorce is finalized so she can say, "Look at me, I'm on the market again"? I mean, to me,
Mm-mm.
that was ridiculous.
maybe so. Okay, but you know what? That comment is okay.
No, no,
That
It's a
that
it's
place
boring.
is
it's not a
okay because she's
no.
not attacking anybody. She's not
She is
attacking anybody
attacking.
on that post.
She's making herself look like a victim.
That's
She
all
is
she's
a
doing.
she. I want to say attack is more of a look. I'm pressing your button because you're out there doing your thing. Look at me. I'm with the kids. It's just like what Anna said from the very beginning. Right? I'm with the kids. We're happy, and it's almost like yo, we're happy without you or stuff like that, which is total BS. And that this is a scenario that happened personally to me. Okay, that happened to me, and I'm like, oh, so you now the independent woman? Oh, now you do everything. You know what I mean? But listen, you're not by yourself because you're still getting support. You're only getting support by family members, but you're also getting support by funds. Okay. And I know people are gonna say, well, you can't include child support and everything else. Hey, it's still
You
income
should.
going to you, but you're the one that's saying that you're independent. And when you're independent, what does the word independent mean?
I was independent. I did not receive child support. I did not receive public service. I took care of my kid by myself without my ex husband anywhere in the picture. That is being independent. Did I have my parents there? Yeah, they were my emotional support, but they weren't my financial support. I worked full time.
Wow. And you know what? That's a lot
See, but
compared to somebody else like this person right here who is probably making money, probably receiving child support, whatever the deal is for their divorce, whatever it is. But the one thing you should never do is attack someone's job. Okay. And that's
attack
pretty
And
much
the
that's what
what
she
you're
did.
children's
doing.
father either. I don't think she should attack the children's father. With all the
Yeah,
crap I went through, I never badmouthed my ex to my son, and he learned on his own. And she's doing it publicly. She is saying, "Your dad's a piece of crap. Here, look at me, poor me, poor me. I did everything, and your dad's a piece of crap, and that's not fair." I'm just one of those women that believe that if you have a good dad, respect him, respect that relationship, respect your children.
yeah. To me, it just seems like she's throwing out random comments on social media to win an argument that to me has no moral victory here for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, it's just ridiculous because we don't hear Riddle coming back and saying something. You see what
And
I'm
that's a
saying?
good thing. That is a
Exactly.
good
That's a
thing.
good thing. He's
He's
being the
being
bigger person.
he's being professional about it because he knows what's at stake here. And who knows? He probably is trying to have a relationship with his kids, and she may be blocking that for all we know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the story.
And
You know?
that happens. And you know what's sad about it is when you have people to block the relationship between a spouse or former spouse with the children, right? That creates more of a problem because then all of a sudden now you have domestic violence to where it could be verbal, it could be an abuse, or it could be even worse to where it could result to death, right?
Yep.
And then you wonder why this, why that. Oh, I never knew that this person were able to do this or this and that. Oh, and then you start feeling sorry for the victim, but it's the victim that's starting all the problems. You know what I
Stirring the
mean? You
pot.
pushing all those buttons and everything else. So again, what could we do in this situation? What could a person do in this situation? How could we avoid all this? Well, it's pretty simple. Stop tweeting that stuff. Stop going on Instagram. Stop going on Facebook or whatever it is to try to shame someone. It's not good. It makes you look bad, to be honest with you.
It does. It does. And it's bad for the kids because the kids go through an emotional roller coaster thinking they have to act one way with one parent and have to side with the other one and act a totally different way. And then it puts their mental state like very unhealthy.
You explained it very well on that one.
Time heals all wounds. This lady's pissed off still.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. But
It's like
That's what
including
it
your
boils down
children
to.
is not good.
I don't agree with her putting her dirty laundry out there because it's not right. I mean, look again. That second post that she had put that we saw, we're living our life, blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
Everybody support me. That's fine. That's not nothing negative towards Riddle or anybody else or airing out dirty laundry. She's just pretty much saying, "Hey, it's been a month of divorce, and we're doing fine. Thank you for everybody who stood behind me or
Boo
who stood
hoo!
watching us."
That's
That's fine, but
irrelevant.
that's
To me,
just
it's irrelevant. To me, she's looking for gratification from people that doesn't even matter. Oh, it's just somebody who's bored on social media scrolling.
no,
Oh, look
maybe,
at her. Look at her.
maybe
Look what
no, maybe instead
because
of her calling everybody
he's not doing it. He didn't say, "Oh, it's been a month now and I'm having the best time of my life." He didn't come
because
out and say that.
he's probably not the one that was hurt.
Who's to say?
That brings up
Who,
a
So
good
in her
point.
case,
She's
that she's
how
bitter.
do you
hurt,
know that?
all right,
How do you
she
know it
feels
wasn't him who
bad.
got hurt? How do you know it wasn't him that got hurt by her and she's just turning it around on him?
Well, dude, you know what? If he's the one going out screwing around, and again, we don't know the whole story, but from what we've seen, he's the one that was going out and he screwed around with some girl.
Yeah,
Okay,
that he admitted to, and I agree with that.
Right.
But
and
she
I
accepted
think
it.
that
And,
would.
and she
We don't know
accepted
if
it.
she accepted. We don't know if she
If
accepted
Well,
she
or not.
accepted
Maybe
listen.
the divorce
it,
came later on.
Well, listen. We only could assume that during that time that happened, maybe there was already talks of separation
Right.
because that leaked out. Okay. Now he did say the truth. He didn't hold nothing back, and he was remorseful for what he had done. But the thing is that no matter how you feel at that time, you know, the divorce doesn't just happen just like this. That's a time. It takes time for things to get finalized. Okay. So if they were divorced a month ago, that
It was
means
about
that
a year ago
process,
in the
that
making.
process, that process was well overdue, probably within the what 6 to 12 months prior to that, right? Because you got the kids, you got everything else. They have to establish the household where they live, child support. I mean, there's just so much that goes into this divorce, right? That's time consuming. And so for that to be finalized, I mean, bro, like maybe she didn't forgive. You know what I mean? But now that it's over and you talking about you need time to heal, but that's a little rhetorical because the fact that you already had time to heal already. As a
it's because
matter of
she's
fact,
bitter.
that the day that I had signed my papers and I received the call from the lawyer saying, yo, it's over, that was a relief. That was a relief. I was like, mira, se acabó la cosa. Bling, bling, ya se fue. And that's it. No more worries. Because I've been attacked at work before and I had to prove myself that I wasn't that person, that I was still man enough to handle my business. There was a lot of proving. All right. So, and I feel for this guy, man. Yeah, you made a mistake. Who doesn't make mistakes? We all make mistakes. But how are you going to handle your business? And the thing is you handle your business the right way,
So
right?
reverse
Leave
the
the kids
roles.
out of it.
Exactly. But reverse the
Mhm.
roles. How would you feel being a man if the woman cheated on you and came out publicly and announced it to the world?
I think I'll be embarrassed. That'd be one.
Uh-huh.
I'll be embarrassed, right? But then again, look at the time that it happened. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Over a year ago, and all of a sudden now you're coming out, be like, oh look, you took off. You're having fun over there, and look at me here. Please. That's a game. That's the oldest trick in the book. Like, go ahead and attack me now. And what Riddle's doing, he's staying silent, but he is staying silent, but somebody else is not. Okay. I got to show you this because I'm waiting to see if this stuff will escalate.
Yeah,
Supposedly, this is the chick that he is with. I don't know, but her name is Daniela Petro. She is famous on social media, and there is a meme with a different voice that says, "I don't care who had you first. You look better with me, much, much better with me, respectfully." Now that was shots fired at the ex-wife. Okay, so all of a sudden now I have to say to
But that
myself,
should not be done
"Whoa,
either.
whoa, exactly. You should have just
And
kept silent."
why do we do that stuff? Because she's defending her man. Because
Really?
something, yes, she is defending who she's with. So you have to, if he's
well,
not going to speak up, she's going to speak up and defend him.
But
So
Okay,
not
so
to me, that just makes me feel like the ex-wife está picando, 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 making herself the victim. So he's not going to stand up to herself for himself. So the new
but why
girl is
why
tired
should
of
he
it.
why should he have to stand up to himself on social media for millions of people to hear about it? You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous because I understand that social media is out there for us to chat and share and do all this and freedom of speech, but it's become a world where people are trying to reinvent themselves. And when it comes to divorces, people do that, and it's ridiculous. To answer your question, if I was the one cheated on, I'm not going to go on social media for the world to know what happened to me and what she did to me. It's none of their business. It's between me and her. If she decides to want to do her dirty laundry, that's her business. But it's not for me to retaliate and go back on social media for the world to know. You see what I'm saying? The ones closest to
Exactly.
me will call me, Hector, what's going on? Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you in confidence, but not for social media. You see what I'm saying? You
Yep.
got to grow up.
well,
I mean, you got to be able to use the platform for the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons. People take this freedom of speech and flip it to where it fits them. You know what I'm saying? So they don't. So and half of them play the victim role, and it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
That's why half the time I'm not even on social media. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
You know.
But that's the
yeah,
thing, that
but
victim, she's the ex-wife is making herself the victim.
wait a second, wait. But okay, hold on a minute. This is what happens, and let's compare Hector to Riddle, right?
Hector with Riddle. We run to
Let's
compare.
compare them. Watch, yeah,
Oh
we're
my
gonna compare.
god.
No, watch. What
Ay,
happens is
bendito.
this: if Hector's wife goes and cheats on Hector, okay, or Hector cheats on his wife, unless something comes out, okay, that is very, very public, and Hector's known by millions of people, no one's really gonna know. In Riddle's case, all right, he got accused of sexual assault, okay, and that shit went up in smoke. No one, not up in smoke, but it went up in the air, or it went out there where everybody knows about it because of his popularity, right? So if his popularity wasn't so high, then maybe it would have been dealt in house between him and his wife, and not put publicly out there.
But
It was already
there,
publicly out there what happened.
I think the
So when
comparison
that
that you're
happens,
trying to say, I don't want to say comparison. I'm like any person could be in that situation. It doesn't mean that you have to be a celebrity for everyone to know. I mean, that's probably what her intent was, right? Because his fame. But look, if you're on social media and you're on your Facebook and people put comments on your page, everybody in your friends list is going to know exactly what that message is, and it's been done by purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's my
And
point.
everybody goes through it. Those that in brittle situation go through that, and that should never happen. Why are
So,
you trying to embarrass somebody?
from a girl's point of view, with a situation that happened in my town where I used to live in Texas, the guy was cheating on the girl before they got married. She accepted it, ended up not getting married the first time, but the second time got married. Then, when he realized how crazy she was, he left her, and she told everybody in town that he was dead because that's how catty girls are.
Said that he was dead.
He knows who I'm talking about.
Oh
talking about
man.
me. She's
So,
talking about me.
I'm talking about Frankie. So,
Mm.
when I go to my brother's ex's, well, to my brother's brother in law's house, he says, "Oh, I didn't know your cousin died." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, your cousin Frank passed away. That's why he's no longer here and married to Angie and blah, blah, blah. She's a widow." I said, "No. What happened was her mom paid him to, this is how catty we are. I'm defending my cousin. His mom paid her, wait, her mom paid him to marry her so she wouldn't be an embarrassment because this is the second time that they're having this wedding. And
Oh
my
hell no.
cousin said, this is bullshit. It's not enough money," and went back to Florida. So you see how us girls can be catty for the ones that we love.
You're evil.
Hey,
Women are
but
evil.
that's my blood. But that's how women can be. We can be that catty.
Very.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But she
yeah.
shouldn't have said that my cousin was dead. You could go
Mm.
talk about anybody else in the world, but that's no different than being on social media because it's a small town.
Wow.
That's your
That's
social media. But that's how catty we can be, you know?
that bonchinche is out there, man. Before it was the gossip on the phone and everything else, and now that transferred into just a tip of your fingers, and all you gotta do is
Yeah,
press send, and
because
the world knows.
real quick, a couple of years ago, I did a little test on Facebook. Okay, because for those who know me and that's on my Facebook page, I post a lot of positivity stuff on there. Okay, and I wanted to put it to the test, and I wrote something negative, and guess what? Everybody on my face on my list came back and wrote something, and I waited for everybody to say what they had to say, and I came back and told them, "Where are you when I post something positive? Why are you
Hmm.
commenting when I write something negative?" This was a test to everybody on my friends page to show that you're looking. You just want to respond to what you think fits you to write. And then I deleted that whole thing. I made everybody feel that small to prove a point that this social media thing gets out of whack. And us as adults, we're acting like children with it. We're not using it for the right reasons.
Exactly.
What did
You
you post?
absolutely totally right. Go ahead.
Well, what did you post? What was your negative post?
I'm sorry.
Was it, "Oh, I had a bad day, so there's something wrong with me," or
Well,
what was your post?
whatever is negative,
Yeah.
people are always going to respond to negative. That's the main message, and that's the same thing that was going on with Riddle's ex-wife. Is that you want to make
Yeah.
a comment that's not positive, and people want to try to feed off of that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and and it shouldn't be right. You're right. The platform should be used for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. You got to deal with something that's personal. Handle your business to the side, and just let life be. And then if it's over, they continue on. The doors, the chapter's already closed. Open up another chapter and just move on. So
Yes.
I love to. I mean, we could carry on and more on this, and I'm sure that later on, when people start seeing the show, they're gonna make their comments and stuff. But yeah, listeners, I want to hear from you, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, and let me know how do you feel about this. What is your reaction to the comments that former Riddle's wife named Lisa made on social media.